day 9 of writing and making one D&D class every day for 52 days. Oh, it is. I got some good sleep last night. I haven't gotten ready yet. I'm going to get ready at some point during this, but I need to draw the cards so that I can start brainstorming what this class is going to be. I also have organized piles of classes that need to be digitized and ones that haven't been, or ones that have been. And we have one class digitized so far, and I still need to go through and just fix a few typos. So I'm going to try to do and force myself to do one of those each day. And I think it's just important to, kind of eat your vegetables when you're being creative. And doing this whole thingy is eating my vegetables. I am leaving out Blast and Shield because I don't want to do any of the same thing twice in a row. And let's just see how this works out. Let's see what we draw for today. Okay, and the card is Dark. Haven't done that one yet. And Life. That's interesting. So hearts are support themed abilities. Like, it's very loose, it's guidelines, they can do anything, but like in general they're most efficient. Like that magical power is most efficient when being support, and same with Dark. So we have an attack / support class, which is what I call a forbidden pairing or a misfit pairing. And they're supposed to be more rare, but for this challenge I'm kind of just making them whatever. I'm writing a book called Misfit Magician, so I will go with them. Anytime I get to do a misfit class, I'm happy. Because then I will also probably use it in my book, which I'm only like 80,000 words through the first draft. I'm hoping to get started on it soon. So, Life and Dark, I will have to brainstorm for that and ponder as I go about doing all the things I need to do to get ready. So, let's see. Still wearing the same clothes. I still need to get ready for the day. I did start digitizing the class, and I usually don't film videos this way. It's just a lot more work when I'm posting daily to do like multiple talking segments throughout, and then to have like to stitch it all together. It's just, I used to be a video editor professionally, but it is a lot, like making video. There's this quantity versus time versus quality. Yeah, so I've been trying to figure out how to get these classes into your hands and how to also protect myself from like AI data scrapers. And so I've been looking into a bunch of hosting options, and for some reason the only thing that seems like it's going to work as a good solution is like a Squarespace website where it's like probably $200 to $400 a year. And yeah, so the nice thing about that though is I can use, it's got like a tap to pay feature, and I vend my books. I sell my novellas at lots of events. Here's my novella, Pirates and Fairies. And that's kind of how like this is like, okay, maybe that would be worth it. I could take card at these events, which would be huge. That'd be very nice. But it's also like a huge commitment, right? And so there's a part of me that really wants to make it so that all you have to do to get a class is like put your email in or something, just to mostly protect from like AI data scrapers. But to pay for the website hosting, I'm like, oh, how long do I need to charge like any money for even just the beta versions of these classes? And like, I want to put them all in a book for $50, so it's like the price should be slightly, like if you were to buy them all individually, it should be slightly more. And then I'm like, and then I just get panicked because the thought of selling things that I create, it's terrifying. And I mean, I already do it. I already vend at events. I already write books and I already sell them online and stuff. But like selling it off my own website, I guess, is just a different step, and it's kind of terrifying. And this YouTube channel is small, but I do have like a TikTok that has about 2,000 followers that I'll post short form videos on it. And I would love to like post a video per class, like 1 or 2, and then have a link to where they could go play it. it's just, it all feels kind of insane. Right? Like, I think the more and more I am creative, the more and more I realize that it takes a lot of believing in yourself and a lot of desire to be creative. And I am going to do this challenge, but it's like, the thing I've always struggled with is like, if I'm making a piece of art, you can kind of see the progress of that piece of art throughout the video and how it turns out. But when I'm making something like this, and it's a bunch of words, it's like, it takes some time investment to like fully be able to like even just look at it, right? Because like, a piece of art takes 10 seconds to glimpse at, and you can see it's finished, and you can immediately have an opinion on it. This is like, you guys get to hear a name, you get to hear a few of the abilities, and I think for a long time I've been trying to figure out how to storytell visually when the thing that I'm sharing is inherently not a visual medium. And so, I don't know. It's so many things floating around my mind, and I know that if I get too into this, that I am gonna panic and forget to be creative and have a hard time being creative because I'm just thinking about like logistics and then panicking. So I'm just gonna get ready. I'm gonna commit to digitizing this class because that is a part of the process that is needed no matter what, and that's something I can do. It's very fun to me because I want to start being able to share this with you guys. And I know some people might mention like other hosting websites like DriveTHRURPG and things like that, and I just don't want to do those because I don't think I just don't like the vibe of them. I'd rather just have people come to my website and pick them up and like be able to have more control over my pieces. Like if I want to do a feature where it's like, once you buy access once, you can have access for lifetime, even if it gets updated, or like things like that. I want to be able to have control on that. And then I don't want to have to like split revenue with someone, because what if I don't want to charge very much money? I don't know. It's just like, I feel like it opens up a door long term to have like lower pricing if I do sell these things, and more creative control too. So I'm gonna get back to it. Hopefully next time you see me, I have finished getting ready. I'm in different clothes, and a time lapse might be already playing, who knows. And yeah, so let's see how this goes. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. We'll get to it. I am starting to get my daily headache from doing this. Holy cow, this is so much work. I have been digitizing the class. It takes me about 2 to 4, I want to say 2.5-ish hours to like fully digitize the class. It is because each class is about 2,000 words, and the transcribing time and the formatting time, I'm hoping that those go down, but there's also just a little bit of rewriting and reorganizing, and like, it's not nearly as much creative energy as it is to do this. And I'm glad that I'm doing this first, because this is like, if I were to do it this way first, once I finished, I would be like, oh, I am so done. But here is like, it allows me to perfect it a little bit more. And I'm especially glad that I am doing it in like a word processor, so that I can just focus on the writing. And I have some maybe exciting news. I don't know if I can tell you yet, but the artist from We Are the Storytellers, I don't know if you know that, there's two of us. I am the writer and they're the artist, and I'm also kind of like the filmmaker editor person. And the artist might be joining in on the challenge, so that means we could have like a concept sketch. And now it would only be like 15 to 30 minutes of time that this person could dedicate. But the whole thing about me saying like, oh, it's so visual, it's so difficult because it's so visual. like, you guys could have a little concept sketch of what the character is going to look like as we go through this. And I think that is just so awesome. I just need to get on a call and help him time lapse. I also have a thing in just a couple hours, and I haven't finished yet, but from experience, once I have done this level up chart, this next part goes a lot faster. It does feel a little intimidating, and that's probably why I haven't got started as much as I've wanted to. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I just have 21 abilities to make, and then I'll be done. That's easy, right? Like, I wonder why I'm getting these daily headaches when I do this, but I honestly have so much fun. I might need to go on a walk. I'm getting nearsighted, but yeah, we're gonna do this. How cool is that? Yes. Yes. This is happening for real. And the fact that it's day 9 and one more day I'll be 1/5 of the way through the challenge is like, oh wait, okay, this is going. And yeah, there's hiccups, but every challenge has hiccups. If I were to set a challenge where I could comfortably do it every day for 50 days and just have like a flawless triple S victory, then is it really a challenge? I feel like it's only a challenge if you're gonna fail at it some days, and today I'm not gonna fail, and so I'm happy to get started. And next time you see me, you're gonna hear about this freaking class and what it is and what it does, so stay tuned. The class is freaking done. It is done, and I did it, and I am so happy that I finished. And yes, I'm wearing different clothes because it's a different date, but it's not my fault this time. My cousin, I offered for him to join in my challenge. Spoiler alert, the artist of the channel, I call him my cousin. Not by blood, but we are cousins, I say. And we are working together now. So the fancy little time-lapse sketches that you've seen popping up through this are his efforts, and we're coordinating and working, and now this challenge is perfect. I'm not only gaining experience, but my cousin is gaining experience, and we're collaborating together. And someday, just someday, maybe we'll make some cool stuff. And this is some good practice. And so the class that we made, because I know you've been dying to hear about it, and I haven't said anything about it. Oh crap, I forgot a name. Give me a second. Friend of Darkness. I really enjoyed making this class. The idea is, I've always had this idea for a D&D build that would be overpowered, and no DM would ever let me do it, of being like this character that had like blind sight. And their main gimmick is that they would cast darkness on themselves and then go attack someone and be the only ones able to see in that scenario. And so I kind of took that vibe and that idea and ran with it, where you have this ability that as an action lets you like breathe out darkness in a 15-foot radius around you. It's probably centered on the ground, and then it probably only lasts for like a round or two to like kind of help with the balancing. But basically the whole idea behind the class is that you and your friends in this darkness have like buffs, and the enemies have debuffs, and depending on the subclass you can pick to like deal more damage to enemies, and the circle of like little darkness might not be as safe for friends, or you can choose to like have a more like healing effect on friends. And it's also, there's more to it. There is like, when you breathe in the darkness, because you can breathe it out, and then as a bonus action you can like breathe it in to like, I think probably keep the use of it. You still have to like wait a few rounds to be able to use the darkness again, but then you can like heal someone, so that's how you heal someone. And then there's just some cool freaking abilities. Like the idea is behind this class is you go one-on-one with someone, maybe 2-on-3, you know, maybe you bring a couple people with you, and you encircle one person in this darkness. And your goal is, I'm probably going to outlive them if I try hard enough, and I'm probably going to kill them if they're in here long enough. And so it's kind of this like assassin style class, except for when you dive back out of the like conflict, you're healing people and then diving back in. It is a really cool concept, and it is probably one that's going to take some balancing, but it is really fun. Tainted healing is fun. I made this ability where you can heal enemies, and then a couple rounds later, as a bonus action, you can like take the healing that you gave them back, and for every like 10 HP that you had healed them or something, you deal like 2d6 necrotic damage, and they still don't like, you still take back the healing or something. And it's just like this weird, you're like, why would you ever want to do that? But it's like this idea of like, okay, I forego doing damage now because like, yeah, I'm healing them, but if they're already at max HP, I don't know. It's this thing where it's like, you can also use it for other things. And I don't know, I felt like I had some cool abilities like Hopeless Night or Calm in the Dark as like, you know, subclass versus the other option, or Escapeless. So let's get to the end. Let's get to the moment that you guys have all been waiting for. What is the level 20 feature? The level 17 feature is Secret of Darkness, which is like you get to terrorize one person's mind that's in your darkness. But the level 20 feature is Darkest Hour. Once a day, you can expand a radius of darkness to 100 feet. It's overpowered. All level 20 abilities should be overpowered. Any creature within your darkness must succeed a wisdom saving throw or become frightened, and then that creature also takes 2d8 necrotic damage plus your wisdom, and 2d8 psychic damage plus your wisdom. And I just think it's cool. You get to do a little bit of damage to everyone on the whole entire field, and potentially give everyone the frightened condition of you. And this was not mentioned, but you do gain an ability, I think at like level 15, that makes it so that enemies have like a disadvantage on wisdom saves or minus your modifier. So this class is pretty cool. It is like kind of a DPS class, but in shorter bursts. I don't know. It's very interesting. I am so excited to playtest these with friends. I think the best way to do this would be to have one person to each have a class from the same universe, and then see how they interact with each other, because I think that would be the most fun. Most fun, because then you don't really have to worry about balancing, because everyone's overpowered, and the DM just has to kind of treat it as if there's like one more player. What could go wrong? Well, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. This is a ton of work, and I will see you tomorrow, my friends.